My name is Eric Latif, and our sign language interpreter tonight is Meresha Witi. Brace yourselves for enhanced weekly demos. That's the message from Azimio leaders coming a day after the chaotic demos that paralyzed Nairobi City and some parts of the country. Azimio leader Raila Odinga and his allies have announced that the demos will be held on Mondays and Thursdays starting next week if the government fails to address their demands. Raila made the declaration even as the ruling Kenya Kwanza coalition called for the Azimio leaders to be arrested over Monday's chaos. Here's Jeff Kirui with the details.
A day after Kenya's capital city, Nairobi, witnessed a shutdown occasioned by demonstrations called by Azimio leaders led by Raila Odinga to protest, among other things, the high cost of living and President William Ruto's administration. Azimio leaders are keen to apply more pressure.
In the second phase of our protests, in response to public demands, we shall now hold protests every Monday and every Thursday beginning next week.
According to Raila Odinga, they will sustain the protests until their demands are met by President William Ruto's administration. The demands include lowering the high cost of living, a stop to the ongoing reconstitution of IEBC, opening of the IEBC servers, as well as reinstating the 4 commissioners of IEBC, Juliana Cherera, Justus Nyang'aya, Irene Masit and Francis Wanderi, who were pushed out of the commission.
This struggle is just starting. We are not looking back, and we will not be intimidated. No retreat, no surrender.
But even as Raila piles pressure on the government, the Kenya Kwanza leaders now want the Azimio la Umoja coalition leadership to be held responsible for the chaos and destruction of property resulting from the Monday demos convened by Azimio.
It is also time to raise the bar and make Azimio and ODM fully accountable for the injury, loss, and damage occasioned by the rioters thuggery they mobilized on the pretext of constitutionally protected demonstration.
And want to encourage the Inspector General of Police, fear nobody. Don't just arrest the young boys and young girls who are being paid to demonstrate. If the buck stops at the door of Mr. Odinga, go for Mr. Odinga. If the buck stops at his sponsor's door, go for them. Up to when shall we allow these people to continue to blackmail us and stop our day routines with reckless abandon? I wish to plead with them that kindly allow the government of the daytime as we sort this issue for once and for all. Never again shall Kenyans continue to live under Mr. Odinga's blackmail, for which he is rewarded after every election. This administration has said this is the final time, this shall never happen.
Now, the next elections is 2027. So the idea that there will be a way in which Raila will be president between now and 2027 was how you.
But Azimio leadership in parliament, on the other hand, maintaining they will not relent.
We are in this for the long haul. If anyone is thinking that this is merely an activity that is going to end sometime soon, then he's living in a different planet.
You will intimidate us, you will threaten us, you will instill some fear in us. Lakini sisi we are going to remain firm for this cause, for Kenyans, tutasimama imara.
We are fighting for posterity.
Wewe ukitaka hii maandamano ikuishe, maneno ni fupi tu. Tangaza leo unga ni shilingi 70. Sasa hii tangaza ya kwamba IEBC will be recruited in a bipartisan manner. Tangaza ya kwamba sava itafunguliwa. Tangaza ya kwamba ile ngine umesema ni gani? Bei ya mafuta iko chini. Maneno fupi tu, kesho hakuna demonstration.
The leaders also hit out at the police for the manner they handled the protesters, with Raila threatening to sue them. Jeff Kirui, KTN News.
Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Japhet Koome, has defended the manner